on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now.
All right, the time has come to make what is probably the most important decision of our travels, our travel life, and we think we know what we're going to do, but we put a lot of thought into this. Well, we have a very important decision to make today. We need to decide if we're going to leave the Philippines for good or if we're going to stay here for an unknown amount of time. So that could be months from now, could be weeks from now. No one really knows.
Right, and we've been here, I can't believe it, or been on lockdown now for 30 days. It's been a month. We spent a week in town. And then we've been at this really awesome, amazing resort that we're so grateful for 3 weeks now.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's been a month. In some ways, the time has flew by. In other ways, it feels like some of the days are dragging on, you know? So I wonder if that's how you guys feel as well. This has just obviously been such a weird situation, such a strange time for everyone. And, you know, we are in a great location. We are very grateful to be here, and we're thankful we're safe and happy and healthy.
So we'll get into all those details in a second on what's happening, but in the meantime, if this is the first video that you're watching of us, I am Anna. Trevor is behind the camera at the moment. We are the Delightful Travelers. If you're wanting to know what's going to happen with us in the future, you should hit that subscribe button. It's just down there. Give us a like, leave a comment, all of those things, and maybe also give us a follow on Instagram, because we are often doing things in the moment, posting Instagram stories, so you should check us out there.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about repatriation flights. There's a lot of confusion about those. Some people seem to think those are free. So in our case, if you're a Canadian and you're stuck abroad, there seems to be this thought that you can get home on these flights for free, but I assure you that is not the case. Also, we've had lots of people message us saying just hop on another repatriation flight to another country like the USA or something like that, and you can get home to Canada. But again, that's not how this works. Trust me, we've been doing a lot of research.
So a lot of you guys have been asking us if we are in contact with the Canadian government, the embassy here. We're on their mailing list. They know we're here. We've never actually got a specific email to us, but we get the general emails from them. And today there is a flight, three flights, I think, leaving to Canada.
Yeah.
We missed out on that, but there is one in like 3 days.
Yeah, and we didn't talk about the price. It would cost us, get this, are you ready for this? For people that think this is free, $7,000 for us to get back home to Canada.
Yeah, so it would be $3,000 each to get to Toronto, and then we have to get from Toronto to Halifax just on a regular flight there. So altogether, it would be 7,000 Canadian dollars to get home.
So obviously, that is a whopping amount of money, and you know, it just seems crazy to me that people are paying that. But we have to consider this now. We have a very important decision to make, and we have another chance in a couple days to get home, and we just don't know if we're going to do it. And today we're going to think about this all day while we're filming, and hopefully by the end of the video we will decide what we're going to do, because it could be our last chance to get back to Canada.
For who knows how long. We literally just saw an article saying that the president wants to maybe extend the lockdown beyond April 30th now, so into May. So who knows, we could be here all summer.
Look who we found!
We found Julie!
It's Julie. Guys, meet Julie.
She's our resort dog.
It's the resort dog, and we've been trying to get her on camera for so long.
Yeah, she never seems to be around whenever we're filming, but she just came over to say hi.
To be fair, she only comes over when we have food.
That's true. We don't have food right now.
Julie! We'll try to get Julie more in all the videos from here on out.
We love her. So in the meantime, while we try to figure stuff out, let me just say we've had a lot of time on our hands, as I'm sure everybody has over the last month or so. So we've been working on a few things. One is our newsletter. We've had put a few of them out, but we're definitely going to try to focus a little bit more on it. It's where you're going to get news first. So if we have an upcoming announcement or if we're going somewhere, you're going to find that out first, and we'll put the link down below for you to sign up for our newsletter. We've also just been, like I said before, Instagram, doing lots of stuff on there, lots of stories, that kind of thing. Great way to stay in touch with us and up to date with everything that's happening. And number 3, something we were a little hesitant about, but we finally had some time on our hands to launch our Patreon account. We'll talk about that a little later.
All right. Well, it is time for question and answers. If it's your first time here and you're like, what are you talking about? A few videos ago, we decided to start answering some questions in this swing chair. How cool is this? We really don't have a lot of other places to go. Here we are. We can't go outside, so we're just deeming this our trusty Q&A swing chair, and we are going to answer some more of your questions. The way this works is if you have a question for us, we try to answer 3 in each video. Just leave a comment down below, and we will try our best to get to it. We're getting a lot of questions, but we're just picking some out, and we're going to go through them. Here we go.
All right. Question number 1 from Natalie Grimson. What is your favorite, there's 3 questions here. What is your favorite country and why? Favorite city, and do you speak any other languages? So favorite country and why?
Oh, favorite country. That's so hard. 2 years ago, if you were following us, we'd always say Croatia. But we haven't been back since. And of course, the more you travel, the more things change. We have always consistently chatted about Mexico, but I think at the moment, if anything, we haven't even talked about this.
Do you want me to say what I think you're going to say and what?
Yeah,
you go. Answer?
You go ahead.
Greece.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Canada.
That doesn't count. But I probably wouldn't.
I'm just kidding. Greece, I would say Greece as well. We've been going to Greece the last few years, and we've gone to many different islands there. And one of the things we realized right away is like each island's different. It's kind of like
so many. There's like over 200 inhabited islands or something like that.
I think
so
it's even more.
We could probably devote an entire channel just to visiting different Greek islands.
So the reason we like Greece so much, and you know what, we could do that here. I imagine we've only been to like 2 islands now here, but I imagine each island in the Philippines is very different. But one of the things in Greece we like is just that, and
and then the mainland too has all these beautiful, amazing places that are also really different from one another. There's just so much.
And I think what gives it the nod just right now anyway is we love the beach and just beautiful weather and things like that, but we also love a bit of that European architecture, those Greek white and blue homes. So you kind of get both, and it's really neat when that happens. It's the Mediterranean. It's just such a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Favorite city?
Favorite city.
That changes all the time
we
too.
have so many different ones that we like for different reasons.
Yeah. So there's 2 different. I'm going to put these in 2 categories quickly. Yeah, big cities, and if it comes to big cities, and I mean massive cities, I'm going to say no matter what, New York City, one of the best cities in the world. It's expensive, but it's one of the best cities in the world.
London.
Absolutely love London, and I think we like both of those places so much because to us it's all about the neighborhoods there. But as of late, like last year, I think one of my favorite cities now is 100% Istanbul.
For sure, and we only saw a tiny little bit. It's a
Yeah.
huge city. We only saw a little bit of it. We'd love to go see more of it someday. Also, Budapest is amazing.
Budapest.
So much to see. So many great places, restaurants.
We also love
things
walkable
there.
cities, so that would be some of the smaller ones. I mean, we could go on and on for this forever, but you can just ask away, and we'll try to answer more at another time. But if any other languages, no. Unfortunately, where we're from in Canada, a lot of people think all Canadians speak French. We don't. It's more or less just Quebec and a bit of New Brunswick. I mean, there's other pockets in different provinces.
I know a little bit of French, but I've learned it in school, so that was a long time ago, so I've lost most of it, but I can kind of get by a little bit.
The issue is, at one point I was pretty good at it as well, but we don't have anywhere to practice it. That's what it comes down to. Where we're from in Nova Scotia, you just don't hear French, unfortunately. But between the 2 of us, we can definitely read a menu. We might be able to pick out what someone's saying, but we're kind of like that with Spanish now as well. We can't speak Spanish, but we can definitely look at a menu and figure out what's happening together without even going to Google. And sometimes I can pick out what someone might be saying to me. That doesn't count for knowing a language, but I think sometimes when we're in Mexico, I can understand what people are saying, but I can't say anything back, basically.
Next question is from Megan Kerr, who I've actually known my whole life, close to my whole life. She
Yeah.
used to babysit me when I was a kid. She taught me swimming lessons too. So hey Megan, we love that you're watching. What are some of your favorite activities to do when traveling?
Well, the beach is definitely one. But who doesn't like going to the beach? But that is one of
And
the biggest.
everything that goes with beaches, like boats and snorkeling and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
I think one of the things we do the most, I guess activities, it could be many things, like hiking. We do like going for hikes, but just not like day long.
Yeah. We're not like super adventurous people.
No.
We don't like rock climbing or like super,
No.
yeah, like you said, day-long treacherous hikes or anything like that. So like mild activities.
Yeah, mild activities. But one thing, our favorite thing to do when we're out exploring the world is just, we've said this before, but when we don't know what's around the corner, we absolutely love that because everything is just spontaneous. And we love just diving into the local culture as much as we can. You know, so that means anything from food, just trying to learn a little bit of the language, talking to local people.
Right.
We don't just do touristic things. We try to do a bit of the local things as
Yeah,
well.
so I would say if trying food counts as an activity, that's
Yeah, it
definitely
does.
high up there. This question is for Maureen. She's a frequent commenter on our vlog. Are you guys worrying about running out of money?
Yeah, quite frankly. This is adding up pretty quick. Some people, we get comments sometimes when people think we're paid to go around the world and do this. We're not. We are self-employed and we do all this on our own.
Yeah, so and that being said, I know people asked us before about this hotel. It's definitely discounted, but it's a little bit more than we would like to be paying at
Yeah.
the moment, especially being, if we're only here for a couple weeks, it'd be totally fine. Just not knowing how long we're going to be here for. We may end up having to move places, we just don't know.
Yeah, that's a possibility for sure right now, especially when we're starting to see, like we mentioned earlier, with the president said maybe in May this will go on. So I don't.
We're here for another couple months. I just can't see us staying at this hotel.
Yeah,
for that
so
long.
we don't know what we're gonna do.
And then going back to like how we make money, there's basically three ways that normally we would make money. One is from YouTube,
Yep.
the ads basically, and that's like gone down a huge, just revenue's just like plummeted. It's just terrible.
It's gone
at the
down like
moment
by
for everybody.
just so you know, like 75%, I would say.
Yeah.
The other way, we when we're away, we usually rent out our place back home, and now we can't with all
Not
this
allowed to.
COVID-19 stuff happening, of course, and even with web design, which we do as well. That's just down. I mean, everybody is affected by this, so everything is down.
So we're definitely, that being said, definitely concerned about money and where it's going to come from in the next couple of months.
So as Anna said earlier, we have finally set up a Patreon account, and if you don't know what that is, because I know a lot of people don't, it's a way for people like you watching this content at home to support people like us creators who make this valuable video content. Now, we've set it up because a lot of people have been asking how they can just send us money over the years, especially at this time, and some people have been doing it here and there, and now we're just like, okay, maybe we just need to make an official way to do this.
Yeah,
right?
and it basically allows you to sponsor us each month
Yeah.
for basically the price of a coffee.
Yeah,
Or, I
that's
mean,
it.
you have the choice, but like, yeah, it's basically the price of a coffee.
This is the most awkward thing to talk about. If you're
It is.
watching, we
But-
know this, but we have to tell people about it because people are trying to.
Yeah, so many people have messaged us, emailed us,
Mm-hmm.
asking how they can help us right now, which we have zero expectation of that. We just
Yeah.
want to put that out there. But so many people had asked that we said, okay, maybe it's finally time that we do this Patreon account because everybody else has been doing it for years and
Yeah.
we just always hummed and hawed about it and just weren't really sure about it. And now I know it's a really difficult time for everybody,
Absolutely.
but we just figured, it'll be around forever. And if anybody, if things start to get better, maybe people will want to.
Yeah. And by the way, you
That's
don't
about
you don't have to do that at all. The content's still going to be here for free. But if you want to, we made 3 different tiers over there, and there's different kinds of ways you can get on board with Patreon. And we're going to do some exclusive things. And we're still working on that, but we might do some live monthly chats. You can get access to us to ask us any of your burning travel questions whenever you want. So it's going to be just another way for us to communicate with you guys. But we just did want to mention that today because it is now in place. It's something we just put off for so long. We just didn't have time, but now we have so much time on our hands. We've finally done it. So
we will put that down below in the
Yeah.
description. And again, zero pressure on anybody, but if it is something you're interested in, it's down there.
well, how about that sunset.
Not too bad. This never ever gets old, and I think each night it maybe even gets even better.
It does.
It's been what, 3 weeks since we've been here at this resort anyway, and it keeps moving more to the right.
Yeah, it's going this way, but now I don't know if we're approaching rainy season or not.
Yeah, people keep telling us we are.
But the clouds make the sunset even better. Right now it's just like cotton candy. The water looks turquoise blue, like a little bit gray, and then the sun is just wild looking. It's absolutely beautiful.
Like bright orange and pink, and it's gorgeous.
All right, the time has come to make what is probably the most important decision of our travels, our travel life, and we think we know what we're going to do, but we put a lot of thought into this. So I think what we'll do is go through the pros and the cons.
Yeah, the big
first.
ones anyway, because there's lots. But I think let's start with pros of staying here. Number one being that there are 0 cases of the virus here in El Nido, or even on the entire island of Palawan. So that's
that's
big
a huge
pro.
one. That's a massive pro, and that's kind of why we came here to begin with. Other things, we are in one of the most beautiful places in the world.
You have to look at it every day.
That's just a nice perk, and the Filipino people have been exceptionally nice to us, and we feel right at home. We feel safe, we're grateful, we're thankful. We feel really good about where we are.
Yeah. So
Cons.
One, it's hard to say, but it's probably going to cost us a little bit more to
well,
other than cost us more to actually for living
Yes.
expenses, but going home is going to cost us a hell of a lot more in airfare.
So back to that $7,000. Now, just to talk more about that, if we even go home, which people would say you're going to be around your friends and family, we still can't even see our friends and family.
Right.
So that at all, right? So we know we'd obviously quarantine and things like that.
But even after our 14-day mandatory quarantine,
we're not going to see people.
We still wouldn't be able to see them.
So, that's not what we want as well. The other big con is like going through all of those airports still just honestly scares us a lot. So
airplanes, airports, at least like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
I think 5 airports, something like that.
there's other pros and cons as well, but they're the main ones. But should we tell them what we decided?
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Yeah, what do you think? Now's the time. Pause the video and leave a comment below. We're not going anywhere. We're staying right here in the Philippines. We think this is the best decision. We hope we're making the right decision.
Yeah.
There's a lot of thought that went into this.
We obviously don't know how long we're going to be here, but we think this is the right thing to do at the moment.
I think so as well. So that means because we're staying, there's going to be a lot more videos. We've said that before, but here we are. We're going to continue to put out these videos. You guys seem to be liking the quarantine videos. We know all of you are at home. Some of you are just in 4 walls. We hope you're safe. We hope you're healthy. And we hope you're all doing okay in this extremely bizarre, terrible situation.
And we also hope that we can just provide you a few minutes of entertainment or just get your mind off things for a couple of minutes during your day.
So that's it, guys. We're just gonna sit here and watch the sunset. But if you liked the video, make sure to hit the thumbs up. Leave us a comment. We love reading your comments every time we put out a video. Honestly, it's one of our favorite things that gets us through things.
Totally.
But yeah, we're just gonna enjoy the sunset, and we're gonna see you again very, very soon.
All right, guys, that's it.
From El Nido, wishing you a safe and healthy quarantine.
See you soon.